Greetings from Beatitude Psychology Center. Today we are going to discover ourselves. The topic of today is self-discovery. You might also call it finding yourself. Often people walk on this earth planet without knowing the reason they are on this earth planet. People live on this earth planet without knowing what they want to do. People live on this earth planet without knowing the purpose of them being on this earth planet. And if you want to discover who you are, if you want to find yourself, if you want to find the purpose of you being on this earth planet, then know that it is a journey. It is not really a journey of one day. It is not a journey of a day or a week, but it's a journey that can take you some months. But with persistence and consistency, you will be able to discover who you are. And there are 3 questions that you need to ask yourself first if you want to start the journey of self-discovery. One of the first questions that you need to ask yourself is, whose life are you living? Are you living someone's life? Are you living your own life? The other question you need to ask yourself, who am I? Then the last question you need to ask yourself is, what is it I plan to do with my one precious life? We should remember that we live once and we should do the best out of that life that we have. If you are able to answer these 3 questions, if you start answering this question, then it means you started the journey to discover who you are. Many people walk on this earth planet not knowing where they are going. And some people spend their entire life trying to figure out who they are. Self-discovery to others might sound like self-centered goal, but it is not a self-centered goal. Self-discovery is an unselfish process. Self-discovery, it is the roots of everything an individual wants to do in life. So as you are busy discovering yourself, if you aim to be a valuable person to the world and those around you, if you aim to be the best partner to those you work with, to your neighbors, if you aim to be an ideal spouse, there are steps also that you need to do, or you need to follow, or you need to take into consideration. The first thing, you have to know who you are. The second thing, we have to know what we value in life. Who is me? And what is it that I value? And what is it that I have to offer to the world? This self-discovery we are talking about is a process of putting down your bag of life. Every one of us has a bag of life. It's in our mind. When I'm talking about this bag of life, I mean taking a moment where you reflect and you make a conscious decision to release the pain of the past that wounded you. When you find that it is time to let go of that pain, then you have started the journey. The bag of life also means releasing the feeling of being rejected in the past. The bag of life, inside that bag of life, you might also find hurt that you need to release. In that bag of life, you might find fear of being abandoned that you need to release. Just to give a few examples. Self-discovery means looking deeply inside your heart. When you go in all the chambers of your heart and also still make a conscious decision to take out all that do not serve you well again, then you have started the process of finding yourself. Things that might not serve us well, but in the past they look like they are serving us well. There might be things like emotions like guilt, grudges, and self-unforgiveness. These are the things that we need to put down our bag of life, that we need to search our heart, go in all the chambers of your heart and find the grudge and release it, find guilt and release it, find unforgiveness and release it. This self-discovery is a journey where you start to reflect and you really realize that there are things that were said about you that are a lie. Things like you are a fool. Things like you will never amount to anything. Things like there's nothing that you start and complete. If we believe these lies about us, we become them. So self-discovery is when you realize that these things that were said about you, they are not you at all. And these negative connotations about us are inflicted on us by either our family members, either our colleagues, either the higher authority at work, or the teacher while we were still at school. They say things that destroy us because we believed them. And some people, they do this knowingly that it is destructive. However, some, they do this unknowingly that they are destroying another person. Self-discovery is also about recognizing who we want to be in life. Sit down and ask yourself questions. Who do I want to be in life? For me to say, I have found myself. What is it that I would love to do? What kind of life I would love to live? Where will I like to stay? Things like that. What kind of people I would like to socialize with? Those are the things that tells you whom you will at the end become. And also look at what you are passionate about. When we are doing what we are passionate about, it makes us get fulfilled and we reach our destiny in life. But when we do things that we don't love, when we are not having interest of waking up and going to do that thing that you do everything, either you call it a career, either you call it a job, but you don't like it, it makes it difficult for you to find yourself in your workplace. Let us look at the 5 steps that one needs to take as you are on this journey of discovering who you are. The first step is make sense of your past. The things that happened in your past are not really the only thing that define who you are. You are defined by so many things. But when you focus much on what happened in the past, especially the pain, especially the negative connotations that were inflicted on you, know that you become what you think, you become what you believe. These painful life experiences often define and make us to defend ourselves in a certain manner. These unresolved traumas in our history, they make us to be who we are today if we don't make sense of why we had to go through some situations in our life. But the moment we make sense of why we went through this, I always say there is power in every pain we go through. But when you focus on the pain, you will never see the power. There is opportunities in every crisis you go through. But when you focus on the crisis, you miss the opportunities. And also, the second step, break the harmful internalized thought processes towards yourself and others. Separate yourself from the negative personality traits that you adapted from your past and relinquish the pattern of defense mechanisms that you formed in adaptation to the pain of the past. And it is also important in this second step that develop your own values, develop your own ideals, and your own belief system. The third step, think about what you want. And when you have determined and detected and find out what you want in life, I will say go for it. Have passion, have determination, and nothing will stop you. The fourth step, recognize your personal power. We are all powerful in our own way. All of us, we are all powerful. You are a powerful player in your own destiny. And harness your personal power because it is very essential so that you find who you are and you become who you are. The last one, silence that inner critique. That inner self-critique needs to be silenced. How do you silence it? Create for yourself what we call positive affirmations. Another way you can call it meditation statements. When you religiously meditate or affirm, that will make the past pain to fade away and you will become what you say. Positive affirmations are statements like, I love myself just the way I am. Look yourself in the mirror and say, Lebohang, you are beautiful. You are powerful. You can make it even today. Positive statements like, I am worthy of love. Statements like, I love what I am doing, and it is a pleasure for me to do what I do each and every day when I wake up. So when we dwell much on this positive statement, I can do all that I want to do. I am capable. You can create more for yourself. When we affirm, we become who we affirm. And I believe at the end, you have found yourself. At the end, you have discovered who you are. From Beatitude Psychology Center, we would like to say thank you so much for staying connected to our videos, and we encourage you to continue subscribing to our videos. Please share our links with your loved ones, share with your colleagues, share with your friends. And from this video, I believe you will know what self-discovery means, and you will be able to discover yourself. Stay blessed, and from us, Beautitude Psychology Center, we are saying Shalom.